Abusia 4 years old, Mama Kwaba Shoko Crab, counseling time with Counselor D.Y. Donkoh. Come home na Yema counselor. Akwaba Shoko Crab, Papa.
Yeah.
Makonya, Namatoso. Right. 80 Abusia 4. Let me read the first story. Na Yentuaso. So, good evening, Auntie Valerie. Please, I need counselor's advice on this bit. I am a gym instructor. I have been working in the gym for the past 2 years now. Recently, I had a client who registered and asked to even be there in the mornings and evenings. And the time you spend in the gym also denotes how much the individual is expected to pay. Now, Auntie Valerie, this woman started making advances at me. And when I saw her fingers, I knew most definitely she was married. But then I had to be sure, so I asked her if the ring on her finger shows that indeed she's married. And she told me, yes, she is, and that she's not happy in her home. She's married to somebody who is close to 30 years older than she is. And it is now she realizes that this person is always looking out for his businesses and his companies and has no attention whatsoever to give to her. Now, I was a bit saddened by the story this woman gave me, so I decided to be a friend and nothing more. Now, she would invite me over. Sometimes we go out to eat after training sessions. It has been beautiful because then she comes with a group of people and it has always been group outings. Auntie Valerie, now this is it. The man has sent someone to threaten me and asks that I stay away from his wife. And the next moment the woman should come to the gym, he would make sure that I do not see the light of the day. Now, I believe that this is a threat to my life. I would want to ask counselor that do I go ahead and report the situation, or do I stop the woman right there and then from coming to the gym? Believe you me, I can swear on my life that I have had nothing to do with this woman. Just being around, having fun, and that has been it. Nothing intimate whatsoever. Auntie Valerie, what do I do? How do I go about the situation? Do I stop the woman from coming over? Do I report the husband to the police? And how do I get myself out of this situation? Because I have learned that the man is truly connected and my life might never be the same if he should interfere. Counselor.
And so you listen to everything he's saying, and it's like, only nice, but just that they've not had a sexual intercourse.
Right.
And then suddenly the husband of the lady comes up by sending somebody to give him a warning. 1, 2, 3. And then says that the next time I see you with my wife, even at the gym, you are a dead man.
Right.
And so the gentleman is asking me that I should advise him what to do.
Right.
Either he report to the police station,
right,
or to the police, or stop the lady from coming to the gym. My question to him, if he's watching, is that do you love your life? And are you serious at all about your life? No. Do you love your life? And are you serious at all about your life? Number one, you are a gym instructor. You are not a caretaker.
Okay.
Somebody's wife come to the gym. You see, a city, a man without self-control is like a city without a wall.
Okay.
Someone's wife come to gym, and then start showing interest, and you are not interested. What do? As a gentleman, definition, a gentleman, we want to see self-control in you. Just go, be disciplined. Just tell the woman, listen, I like you. You came to gym.
Right.
You came to exercise on your body, not exercise on me. I am not interested. Okay, then she says that, okay, if you're not interested, I still want to have you as a friend. I don't like you as a friend. Let's draw the boundary, the line. You come to gym, I will help you train because I am an instructor.
Right.
But the truth is that I am not interested in Wow, what are you doing now? But you see, some guys will say no by action, but yes in attitude.
Okay.
And so what they are doing is that you now say or no more penida to flex it around or flex it around or flex now say or cran on but pressure out the man on or consider your baby. Thank you. But if you don't like something, it is either yes or no.
Okay.
That is if you are disciplined. Okay. Now, baby, I do only say, bear man or yet or bad ni kununa betiabi. When you hint, is there any when yet now before a husband will send a message of threat to tell you that Jack then it tells you that there is something the man is seeing and hearing that you have no idea of.
Okay.
It's the possibility that yes, Oduabani nada, but closeness and a sabe, and this will be our those yet to meaning be free in a borosono. Which meaning the cerebral body to bono, me anamo cerebral diagro, no one, a two will cry and yet.
It's true.
When you will be in the personal, you know, that relationship, that affection, that would to be a to me and Lufna Kata the Cocoso, so you see, there should be a limit to everything. So me, it is telling me that the husband is hearing something, seeing something that ordinary people between me and you, some me no normal friendship, you know, level of relationship between me and you is higher based on the family. But to be like you know, be bam on my feelings about bamu.
Right.
You understand? Be bam on brazi akra feelings about bamu. You know, think about it. Then it tells you that we were bam medodo.
Right.
Okay, so for me, I will advise the young, you know, gym instructor. Number one, you are dealing with a lady whose husband is not actually comfortable with you. Number two, track cover. Do you love your life? It is yes. Who want to die? Just talk to the woman and tell the woman, these are the messages. These are things I'm hearing. This is a man who called me or somebody called me and told me that your husband is threatening to kill me or your husband wants to kill me. So please, Jim, Jim, our Choco Medina, Achimota Petroleum, Taifa, Burkina, Tabura, Jim Bebri Bra, sister, see a Bekuma to my Chenny, Jim, stop coming. Anyway, that gym does not belong to me. But you need to understand that I am the instructor here. And so, anyway, anyhow, it's not for me, but it is on me.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It is not for me, but it is on me. So I'm responsible taking care of the place. It is so it is no. So stop the woman one time and look at you. You are yet sending us message. But this one we look at also nam tesa no area. Call you grown and this. But this time you remember sending me. We must question.
Okay.
Once you know that you have nothing to do with the woman, you know, intimacy beer, and the husband is, it gives you confidence. Just run straight to the police. If you have an evidence, you know the police deals with evidence.
Okay.
They don't listen to words. Obeka job and mama just jack and then a chere. You go far papa ne ba. Obebusa said then a chere. Usu no ubi ne frame no kan. No man will say oh me call log na abam akwane di ayera. They will tell you are telling story. Get an evidence. Go to the police. Tell them when you be here you fine. This is the job you do. Wasuma obi was sending message obi kuwa to watching and there's nothing happening. They might call the man, invite the man to the police station and probably give him warning and say that akwa will be tuna, you'll be held responsible. And now say boss say waka the oil and sign a bond, you know, be tuna, you know. So but for me the first step to take is to stop the woman from coming to the gym.
Okay. Even
if for some time, so that it gives you peace of mind as a young man, so that you don't die. But you see, let me say this so that the young men will understand this. Sister, I sit in this chair to tell you, one of the greatest mistakes in life, to do in life, is to sleep with somebody's wife. I'm telling you. Every young man, watch me and listen. One of the greatest mistakes in life, that will be in your life ever, is to sleep with somebody's wife. Don't ever. You can have any girl, any lady. I mean, that is your decision in your life. But someone's wife, please, I beg you, avoid her.
Right. Let's read the second story. Na Yefa and Twas. Good evening, Counselor and Auntie Valerie. I love your teaching. Actually, it's always a pleasure to learn one or two when it comes to counselor. Auntie Valerie, please kindly put this before counselor so that I know how to go about things. Now, I am preparing to marry this young woman. We are left with 6 months to go. Suddenly, I feel absent. Like I do not even feel nothing for this woman. We've dated for 3 good years. And when the wedding is about happening, I don't feel anything for her. And I am even of the view that it is probably a sign for me to leave the marriage. Auntie Valerie, the lady has done me no bad. And it is not as though I have another option. That is why I would want to move. It's like there is no love. And if I should move ahead and decide to go into this marriage, it will be a loveless one and me forcing or striving just to make sure it works. Is this a sign? Is this a way for me to step back? Do I have to wait for another period before I decide to go ahead with the marriage? What do I tell her then if I decide that I wouldn't want to go ahead with the marriage anymore? They say that whatever somebody says out of pain comes to pass. And that is also another fear, that this woman might say something that might send me going through the reefs. Counselor, please help me.
After broken heart, what next? After broken heart, what next?
Right.
So I'm thinking deep into this issue. It happens.
Right.
That sometimes, right, getting close to the day of the marriage, a week or a month, your emotions can change. Something happens, strange. So it can be an attack, or it can be a physical challenging, emotional problem. Okay, so you cannot just get up one day and suddenly the feelings and affection you have towards somebody has disappeared. It doesn't happen like that. And some of what me one mouth, atinka me one mouth, a beyeran valley, and your man think it is see ya yan hu young boy home more day one, yen di hum combo, ye boo ye ni goose so. Is si sa to aswa, never what donny atinka me one mouth, never form. And so what do if Janin Puntum say a couple sumi yabawade, be a bema, but that's sorry activity then something is wrong, some boy.
Okay.
We need to pray. The reason we need to pray is this. It could be that bema spiritually, they don't want you to marry. Let's be spiritual. Because failings in your name now make an just say there has been issues here and there for some time. Now I can't emotionally you are broken. Eti pala di oya na mempe, pala di oya mempe usuba ne sesa. Ni nyina mu kra ya kwat to the extent of your to turn your mark 1 month ye be worry, 1 week ye be worry. Then one day I wake up and I go like everything has disappeared. Or spiritually wo ba na wo ko wade no ye mpese wo be wade. So there can be forces from the woman's side that fights the man to make him feel like no, don't go marry her. Okay. Or there can be the man himself that are forces that fight him. To say that don't go marry. Right. And I am wade sa wo ban. Ebi kura wade no the future will be great. Anything forces of hell want to do to separate the two of you, and forces are real. Yeah. Don't sit here and joke at all. Yeah. Anybody watching me, don't play at all. Forces are real. We do not fight against flesh and blood, against principalities and powers, rulers of darknesses in high places. But thank God, God has given us the authority and the power to deal with them. Okay. In the name of Jesus. Now, so apart from the spiritual side, let's come to the physical side. Okay. What will make a man suddenly change his mind towards a woman? There must be something happening that the gentleman is not actually telling us. Okay. There can even be an ex that has actually intervened, has come or stepped into the scene. Now, actually say, Suddenly was that referendum. That when this Jack me worry Valerie beam, me worry AC. Cause Charlie. Yeah, na be done. My yana she cry na ye jazz that time no. I know you good girl. So something might be happening emotionally to the gentleman that maybe he's not telling us. But say, yeah, just like that, yeah, I can say that they should go for prayer, or the guy should give himself to prayer, or the lady should help the gentleman. They should pray and then have an encounter with God, and things can change. Other than that, physically, something is happening that is making things change. Advice be na be man, advice and be catcher and they say, "Oh man, home mere." Remember, need to be the can't lady na man. Bala, it's saying, maybe I will call. I'm saying what for 2 years. I shower there.
Right.
But then I can be that sorry and not article.
Send it to you, auntie.
Be say article.
I don't
know article. Me interested be him. Na kwa do twerɛ message bi wɔ ase hɔ ɛhɔ kra na ɛyɛ mesere ɔse na mesuro sɛ ɔbaa de ɔkɔka saa na wosu a na ɔdɔme wɔ ɛbɛka. So you see, if you cannot make the right decision and you want to make a decision based on fear, it's not the decision. If fear is what leads you to make a decision, then it's not the decision. You are making a temporary decision that will affect you permanently.
Wow.
Yes. So anybody that makes decision out of fear is not considered to be a serious person in life. If you want to make a decision, you need to be strong and bold to understand that every decision and every choice you make in life, it comes with positive and negative results. And are you ready to bear it? So I would look straight into the face of this brother and tell him that give yourself to prayer and pray to God and see first before you walk to the lady. Once in all your ways you acknowledge him, he will direct your path. So thank you.
So let me read the final story. Na yefantoaso menika kakra story na yebe kind finally no. Say Auntie Valerie, please. I want counselor's opinion on this bit. There's this guy I've been seeing for the past 6 months who happens to be just nothing but a fling. It's more or less like friends with benefits. We understand each other. And when we meet up, it is nothing but just satisfying ourselves sexually. The understanding is mutual, such that we both do our possible best to satisfy ourselves and make sure what comes out of that intimacy is nothing but a spark. Auntie Valerie, I have realized all of a sudden that my body is not responding the way it should. So then I decided to go in for a test. Now I found out that I was pregnant with child. Now the interesting part of this issue is I am on family planning and it didn't work. So I decided to meet up with this guy and I told him that this is the situation I find myself in and I'm not sure we're both ready for a child. Auntie Valerie, this gentleman says that I should keep the child. That child is his flesh and blood and he wants his baby. And has even told me that if I dare touch that child, he is going to curse me. Auntie Valerie, I am there looking at him as though there is something wrong with him. Why would you want a child by a woman that you decide not to settle with eventually? Or is this person catching feelings? I wouldn't want to bring a human being into this world just to see somebody's true colors. I don't want this child. And the way this gentleman is going about things is just making me super uncomfortable. Counselor, please, with the greatest of respect, kindly give me your advice.
Okay, so for me, I think she's a very confused young lady.
Right.
Number one, let's address the issue here. Number one, if you are not ready to be responsible, don't have sex at all.
Period.
I'm telling you. If you don't want to be responsible, forget about family planning.
Right.
If you don't want to be responsible, say Valerie, you one na me ready.
Right.
Could deep then. Why did you do it at all? Why did you even do it? No, I'm going with you. I don't come and say, Obewo. And ye fee, only the Obewo. Akolano see opportunity. So, what I'm trying to say on a serious note,
right.
If you're not ready, don't do it.
Okay.
But once you do it and then something comes out of it, you should be responsible enough to take responsibility.
Right.
Now, do you come in my generation? is this mutual understanding thing. It has become a norm in our dispensation that make my konoba no wa konoba it me share so. Then so you say we don't attach our emotions. There should not be any emotional attachment. You can have a boyfriend, I can have a girlfriend, but I got a demonic decision.
It's the truth.
No, people are doing it. No, I know my generation. They are doing it. Charlie, ofemi or miss me for we hear me abra betwi. Miss me here abra betwi. You mean you share your fire, but me or guy also okay. No, please. And listen. Don't add any emotions to it because I'm not ready for you. What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, this generation should learn how to keep themselves well and be responsible. If you are in love, you are in love. If you are not in love, get out of love.
Right.
Number 2, what were you mutual love making? Friends with benefit. On your baby or your mutual baby. And then you go to talk to the guy and see that because no my way, but my what do you call it, family planning.
Yeah.
But because checking my musa menya my wodia.
Yeah.
All right. And then the guy, oh Charlie. And the guy tells you that Jack, you mutual, but Jack, don't try. Keep it. Now, my problem is this. What is the problem of the lady? The problem of the lady is very simple. We were doing it for fun, but I'm not ready to be responsible. That is a weak woman. She's weak mentally and she's weak emotionally. Thank God. You couldn't say you're ready for another feast. And pranyam, I won't say that you fool and pena. Aquanyam. And a gentleman said, listen, me, I am ready to face the world. I wasn't going to catch it again or come more. I got to chocolate and a hamper. Or the bread guy and they say, Bema, Ebi Mpana be so happy, but when we saw your Bema, why you're ready for life. But I mean, so original. But the truth is that the decision you've made has really surprised me.
Right.
Because the boyfriends be mpo. And your mom girlfriends are. But much of say, abortion, you're about next 2 years. You're ready. Me go school. Me me masters. Me my men and papa. Me my men and papa. Or me leader so me. Me be a third born. Some men pedenu kwasiaba. Me na be a first born. Some kwe won bedroom me. Can we be Johnny? Now what the work you mutua? Na abana guy and they say keep it up. You must be happy. What's your problem now? And the guy is ready to take responsibility of this, pregnancy. What has it got to do with your education? When you send them to school, okay, sexy here.
Or no, and say this is friends with benefits. It's not going to end up in marriage. Inti
Colombian does not know friends with benefits.
Okay.
When you are doing sex, the penetration, it doesn't speak a word and say that. Listen. We are friends of benefit. Friends with benefit. Don't come out. Don't make babies. No. Sex doesn't know any language. When it comes to sex, it's not limited to any language. Once you do it, we do go. Now you are telling us that when you too responsible, when you say we are still baby with benefit, into a woman ukrana and a woman
I said she becomes a baby mama.
But what were you expecting when you were doing the sex?
I said that wasn't the focus.
Now, we are going to be chinning too.
Hey.
No, by law, by law, now you without my permission. But you because you are a killer. You are a killer. On the serious note,
you are a murderer.
You are not a murderer, you are a killer.
Killer.
Yeah.
No,
killer Ankasa because
Jack.
You don't think twice. Okay. You have decided to commit suicide by killing somebody's son or daughter. So on the serious note, for me, whether mutual or no mutual, and that you think that it might not end in the way.
Right.
Once you are pregnant, sister, now kuyi, na nyami and don't want more by. Now one will be the rest of your life. You are going to live in regression. You look at yourself in the mirror and say, last 10 years, menyema will be you. And I'm who are you going to blame? Your mother, grandfather. Now you have to be going from one prayer meeting to the other. I was some menyame. Kuno. Now, if you are baby so on my sense. So we stand here to say that for me, the lady, please, I beg you, keep it. Thank God you have a responsible guy. And then you to me at the end, and I say, you want to say, Ube, not guy, now you're mutual brother. No,
I feel say,
I want
a stable family.
Thank you. So just find time to pray for yourself,
right?
And pray, and then I think with God all things are possible.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Counselor D.Y. Donkoh.